Hello, 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 hello.
That's you have a setting off or something by any chance?
Wait, okay. There we go. I think I fixed it now. Can I be heard? Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. All good. Hi, I am Izzy. Everyone, welcome to Game Master Monday Presents Burnt Creek. This is an actual play miniseries using the Call of Cthulhu system. My name is Izzy. My pronouns are she, her. I will be your storyteller slash GM slash whatever word you want to use for this evening. And before we dive in and meet our players, I do want to give a quick content warning. Burnt Creek is a Southern Gothic horror game with themes and subjects that some may find triggering. This includes blood, gore, car crashes, fire, body horror, cults, and death. If any of these are sensitive topics and you will be bowing out for this evening, I completely understand and hope you come back soon and check out what else Game Master Monday has to offer. Now that we have that out of the way, let's meet our players. Players, if you would do us the kindness of telling us your name and your pronouns, we'll get into character introductions in a bit. Let's start off with Aman.
Hello, hello. I hope everyone can hear me. I am Aman
Hello.
HK, and he, him. I'm from India, and it is morning right now, and I have just finished a cup of cold coffee. And I am one half of the Infinite Tavern podcast, recently crit nominated, like freshly squeezed crit nominated. So I am so happy to be here playing one of my new favorite games called Cthulhu with all of you all.
Awesome. And next up, Adam.
Hello there. I am Adam. Very excited to be playing here. My pronouns are he, they. And mostly where you can find me, I am one fifth of the five GMs in a trenchcoat podcast. We are also crit nominated. Very excited for the next, I think, next weekend, not this upcoming weekend, for announcements on what's going, whether we got it or not. But yeah, so excited to be playing. I'm excited to play Call of Cthulhu. It's a deadly game, and this is a deadly group here. I'm pretty excited.
Absolutely. Jellyfish.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jellyfish Lines, and I am honestly super excited to be here. My pronouns are he, him. I have very little to plug right now. I'm starting up a podcast of the public access game Playback Static by Jason Cordova, which is just public access. And it's a good game. It's a good game. Listen in when it drops. Please, I'm begging you. I love horror, and you all love all the players.
Awesome. And finally, Melissa.
Hi, I'm Melissa. I am a queer disabled TTRPG performer. If you like what I do here, after we are led through this adventure, I am also currently playing Elias in Triangle Agency on Talking XP. If you want to see what is probably one of the most ineffectual team of investigators in the world, um, I love everyone on that group. Mika, Louie, Robin, Johnny, if you're watching this, hi, I love you. It's like just come over there if you want like kind of like corporate America meets sci-fi shenanigans. Like Yeah.
Awesome. And now that we have met our players, let's get right into the game with some scene setting. It is 1923. It is a hot summer's day down down in Missouri, and you all find yourself on a charter bus going across the country. From where to where? Well, that certainly depends on who is riding it at any given moment. It is an old, rickety metal bus, the kind that just sort of traps in the heat of the environment around us, and it is kind of gross if we're being honest. There's not many that are on this bus. There is the bus driver, a very quiet man who just introduced himself as Ben and gave everybody a nice little tip of the hat as everybody got on. There's an old woman up at the front knitting to herself, and there's a younger couple more towards the back that are just sort of like giggling and talking with each other. And then, of course, there are the four of you that are here. Let's start off with Jellyfish. Would you please tell us your character's name, pronouns, a physical description, and what do you think they're doing while they're on this bus ride?
Mm-hmm. Sure can. Dallas Assdown is a man, tall blonde man, uses he, him pronouns, and he is in this fine green suit with what looks to be a green hunting jacket. And he is currently waking up from a nap, and he is just like, oh, God damn it, not again. And it's just like, you don't know what he's talking about. You don't know what he's saying exactly for what.
Yeah, you find yourself waking up into the heat of this bus. Do you think you're more towards the front or towards the back? Where do you think you'd be sitting?
Somewhere around the middle.
Somewhere around the middle. Yeah, as you're sort of getting up, looking all around, you can see the bus is, at this moment, it is on a cliffside going all the way around all these different corners. Just looking over the edge, you're able to see this like very dense sort of swamp area with these very like dark brown trees and the swamp water just sort of sitting stagnant down there. The next person that we will meet, Adam, why don't you go ahead and introduce your character for us?
All right. So Father Santiago Torres is a young priest in typical priestly clothes. He's not wearing any like daytime clothes. He's still wearing his full outfit. He has his collar on, and he has his crucifix in his hand. You could tell he's doing prayer by bead through the entirety of his crucifix. I think he is of average height. If the bus isn't full, he's sitting in the front. If the bus is full and he needed to get up to give a space to somebody, I'm sure he did. He does have kind of a wide brimmed, like almost like cowboy-esque hat on, just given the nature of his travels. It's hot out. They're great for shade. He has tan, like darkened, like summer skin, and he sort of just sits alone. He's of average build. His hair is clean cut, not shaven, but like kept clean, and his face is shaved. And yeah, he just sits there and kind of counts the beads and does his prayers and scans the bus overall.
Yeah, you're. It's fairly empty, so you're probably sitting up more towards the front. You see, you're sort of like across the aisle from the old woman who is sort of knitting to herself. Occasionally, she'll like look up over at you and give a polite nod and a smile, not really expecting conversation, just like acknowledging that you're there, just saying hello. Next up, Aman, would you please introduce your character for us?
So the first thing that you notice uh, in Jahangir is he is trying to make himself appear small. He is skinny, tall. He's clutching a leather suitcase as he's sitting probably in the back of the bus in one corner, um, and trying to make himself small, trying to avoid any strange looks. But he sticks out like a sore thumb anyway. And because of the clothing he's wearing, because of his mannerisms, he's wearing a dark color kurta with uh, an even darker colored sleeveless bandi on top of it. He's sweating. He has his shawl, his Kashmiri Pashmina shawl, which he usually wears. He has it, bundled up so that he can rest his head against it on the side. So it forms sort of a cushion, but he's a bundle of nerves. He is almost sweating. He's just trying to not get noticed, but doing a bad job of him not being not noticeable.
Yeah, you're in the back row, sort of, back there. You see that the couple, this probably in like their late 20s, man and woman, are like sitting back there. Occasionally, like they're giggling with one another. They like look over. They give you a polite wave. Can see you don't want to be bothered and are just sort of keeping to themselves, just you know giggling and chatting amongst themselves. And finally, Melissa.
Well, in the very front of the bus, for a reason, you see a tall, about 6'3", white man wearing wearing a white button down with his sleeves rolled up past his past his elbows because it's hot, and he has a pair of black suspenders. He has a pair of just kind of basic brown pants. They're not they're not like rich clothes, but they're very well kept, and you probably see it's like some of them like maybe have like little patches because he had to sew them to repair them. And also with Wesley, he has cerebral palsy, so he is holding a cane in his right hand, and I think he very much is just kind of also reading from his Bible that he brought with him, because he is going to basically help his sister's neighbor in rural Montana, and he knows what he has to do once he gets there. So he's just trying to exude positivity toward that situation. And also, just because I can't not mention this, he's wearing like one of those like flat caps, um, that he's kind of like pulled a little bit low, to kind of almost covering his spectacles, and like occasionally you'll see like his dark blue eyes just kind of like dart around like just for a second. But yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you're sitting up by the front. The thing about being up by the front is that you are basically sitting right behind the bus driver, who, in the like huge like rear view mirror that is on the top there, can also see you, and he like occasionally checks back at you. He looks back at you and goes, "You all right there?"
Y- uh yeah, yeah, sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to come off rude. I'm in my head.
All right, just
That's all.
want to make sure
It's a,
you're all right back there.
I'm fine. Don't worry. Are you okay?
I'm living the dream.
You sound sarcastic, but lucky for you, I'm tired, so I'm not going to press the situation.
He just gives a shrug and looks back towards the road. Uh, Father Torres, you see the older woman has sort of like finished her knitting and gets more like towards the edge of her seat, so she's a bit closer to you, and goes, "Excuse me, Father. I don't mean to be a burden."
Oh, why, yes. What is it I can help you with?
Well, you see, I must admit I haven't been on very many of these here buses, and I'm a little bit nervous. Would you mind leading a little bit of a prayer to help calm my nerves?
Well, of course, I've been on many of these buses and I still am quite nervous. And I've been sitting here doing prayers myself. Why not have another person join in? And I'll go ahead and lead her in, I think, the Hail Mary.
You see, she bows her head, does the prayer hands, and afterwards you can see her take this very deep breath of relief. Thank you. Thank you so much. Uh, Jahangir, you see as you are at the back, the couple is like giggling to themselves. You see one of them like pulls out a notebook and a like a little pen, and the guy like gets up and like scooches a little bit over towards you and goes, "Hey, excuse me, sir."
Uh, uh, yes, hello, hello. How can I help you, my good sir?
Hi, this is this. Sorry about that. It's just this thing. We're going on this whole trip, and we have this thing where we're collecting signatures of different people we meet. Would you mind just signing just a little like
Uh,
you know?
uh, uh, Signature? Why do you need my signature? I mean, I'm sure just a name will do. I mean, you can write my name. It's Rahul. You can write my name. Yeah, that's my name.
Oh, okay. It's just it's a fun trip me and my fiance are taking. We're just
Ah,
it's a little like, oh, meet new people, see new things type thing.
sure. My name is Rahul. It's nice to meet you and your fiance. I really hope you have a good trip.
Nice to meet you too. And you see he like just sort of writes it down and is like, okay, yep, and then goes back over to his fiance. Uh,
Jahangir
Dallas.
is visibly just clutching the his briefcase even tighter.
Dallas. As you are sitting and looking around, you can see that. Uh, Actually, Dallas, if you could give us the first roll of the night and, in fact, the game, if you could give me a spot hidden roll.
Let me check what my score is, and I'll tell you if I pass it or not after I roll it. I I always forget these sheets are in alphabetical order.
Mm-hmm.
Is that 5? Yeah, okay. Where is my spot hidden? Spot hidden, spot hidden, spot hidden. 45, I got 75. So no, I see nothing.
No, no, you're just sort of looking out the window. You have just woken up. You are maybe not on the sharpest of your game right now. So you're looking around trying to see if you can see anything of interest out the window, and it is just a whole lot of swamp, a whole lot of nothing going on. Yeah. Uh, Dr. Wesley. You see the bus driver like looks back up in the mirror, like nodding to get your attention, like, "Hey, I just wanted to, you're not. You apologized a lot. I just wanted to. You're not a bother or anything. I just, saw the cane. Just wanted to make sure you were all right. That's all."
I can promise you that I'm fine. I have dealt with this for my entire life.
Okay. Yeah.
It
All
doesn't
right.
really phase me anymore. Nothing's broken. I would know if it was broken. Nothing's broken. I promise.
All right. Yeah. No, I just wanted to meet. Oh, you see, like as he is talking to you, the bus turns a corner, and suddenly there is just something standing there. It is hard to see what it is. In the brief flash that the bus driver sees it, turns very sharply to get out of the way, slams into the guardrail as it screeches the metal on metal as it snaps the guardrail, and the bus goes tumbling, tumbling, tumbling down the hill. Can I ask everybody to give me a hard success for a dodge?
You
Oh
sure
Lord,
can.
it's not happening.
Let me check my dodge real
I
quick.
promise it's not
So
happening.
a hard success means I have to roll half,
Yes.
half or under.
Yep.
Um,
It's not
so, and
great.
just so um I got just so I can like read it properly. I got two zeros and a 4. So is that a 4?
That is a 4, yes.
Melissa,
Oh
I
my
got
god!
literally the exact same roll. I got the exact same roll.
Yes, I got
I
42. I got 42, which is
oh yeah,
42,
I
which
did.
is
Wow.
yep.
Yeah. I did.
I rolled a double
Yeah,
zero and a
I did.
4.
Nice. We're in sync. I love this for us.
I got 14, which is under half for me.
I got
And
messed up.
my half is 21 and my fifth is 8.
Your fifth,
And
you got
my
under
half.
your fifth, so that's even better. Nice, yeah. You see, as the uh, bus is like rolling and turning down the hill, you see Jahangir, as you are like being tossed around, you have been like holding onto your briefcase. You have been stuck in this corner. You are able to basically like wedge yourself into this corner as you are rolling down. A few bumps and bruises, but you are pretty much fine. Uh,
I rolled a 4, and my half. My half is 17, and then my fifth is 7. So I rolled under my fifth.
so you rolled under your
Oh
fifth.
my
Extreme
god.
success.
Yep.
Also, as the bus is
Nice.
rolling, Dr. Wesley, you are able to like hold steady. You're able to like, hold on to your cane, hold on to the seat of the bus. You are able to like basically steady yourself as it is rolling. A few bumps and
Mhm.
bruises, but you're fine. Uh, the uh, the Father Torres, as the bus is rolling, you are being like bounced around a bit. You are mostly fine in your seat. You are getting a few bumps and bruises, a few scratches, but also totally fine. Dallas, you have just woken up. You are caught
42 of 45.
42 of 40, 42 of
5.
45. You also made it then. Awesome. Oh,
No. My score, what I landed was 42 out of 45. You asked for a
oh,
hard.
right. You feel the bus start to turn. You have just woken up and you are being flung about this bus. You take 3 damage from all of the like bumps and scrapes and cuts as the bus is like tumbling down the hill, and it lands with a not so much a thud or a crunch, but a squelch as it hits deep into the swamp water, and you can feel the bus starting to sink. What is everybody doing?
I immediately have this kind of mindset because Wesley has been a doctor for many, many years. He served as a doctor during the 1918 flu pandemic. So he knows emergency when he sees emergency. So, like, my thought immediately is once you're safe, see to every single person that is injured, regardless of what you have to do. So um, I think like without even looking to see if anyone is behind me because like I'm kind of having tunnel vision where I know I need to just get because if I know I need to get out, I just head for the front of the bus because that's where I'm closest.
Yeah, the front window is completely smashed out, so you're able to like
Mhm.
crawl, get up to your feet. You're able to like duck and step through. It is hard to find your footing in the swamp mud, but you're, a little bit slower, but you're able to get out.
Mhm.
What's everyone else doing?
Yeah.
I think similarly, at first, I think Father Torres kind of scans. There's obviously the woman who was next to him. So he's like, well, madam, I think it's time we get on off this bus. And we're going to find out, won't we?
Jahangir is going to try to first show the briefcase top of the whatever the top is at the moment outside, and uh, he just turns around and looks there if there's somebody in immediate help uh, around him, nearby him, so that he doesn't have to go deep into it. But if there's just somebody nearby, he can just try to grab them and try to leave.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, you guys are climbing out. You see like the couple is sort of like helping each other up. They're like trying to like push. They managed to push open the back door of the bus and are like climbing out through there. Uh, Dallas, what are you doing?
I'm checking to see if the driver's okay. Just shouting up, how are you doing?
Uh, you see that the driver is like coming to. He is like unbuckling himself, pulling himself out. It looks like he got knocked on the head pretty badly as he is like trying to clamber his way up and out of the bus.
Then I am getting out of here.
Yeah. Uh, you all get out of the bus. The swamp mud and water is thick and it is hard to move. You're able to like, take those really like labored huge steps out as the muck sort of gloops off of your shoes. You're all looking around and you see that uh, a little ways down, it looks like the older woman was sort of like flung out of the side of the bus on the way down.
Ooh, is
I
she?
definitely
Is she
go
dead?
on.
Hard to tell
Yeah.
from this far away.
So yeah, okay. Is what once we get her body out, leave that to me. I've made sure Wesley is as good at first aid as I could possibly get him to be. So, which means he's bad at other things, but not that. And medicine.
Okay. Are people like? Is anybody like going over to try and like get to her? Because she was flung a couple, feet away.
So
Yeah, I'll walk that way to go
so
get her.
she's out of the bus. She
Out
flew.
of the
She was
bus.
jettisoned out of the bus, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I think noticing that that Father Torres, I believe, is going toward her, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm like, there's a body over there. I need to see, and so I like kind of just like squelch through this mucky swamp, and but like clinging to my doctor's bag, like to the point where my knuckles are white because I'm like, I'm not letting go of this thing.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, Father Torres, you are on a mission right to get over to her. You're able to like get a few steps and you can see her like start to sit up. Oh, and you see she like reaches out to you just in time for a hand to reach up out of the swamp water, grab onto her arm, drag her down into the mud, and she is sucked in without a sound.
How close am I?
I'd say you still got a couple steps to go, but if you beeline for her,
I'm. If you could get sucked into mud, it's probably mud water, and I'm diving in after.
you are diving in after her. Ooh, okay.
Yep. Father helps people. I don't know what to tell you.
Uh,
Oh, great heavens!
I
dive
love it.
right in. I'm gonna ask for a hard success on a swim check.
Oh my god.
Okay, I got a 25, and for my swim, 1 second, I have to find it. There's a million things. There's S's. My success is. I apologize. I need to fix it.
All good.
Is a 15, so I do not hard success.
You do not hard success. You are
Yeah.
able to dive in, going down, swimming in this like very thick water. It is impossible to see. It is so dirty. It is basically mud that you are swimming through and you're like reaching around. You're not able to find anything and you can feel like the air running out of your lungs.
Yeah. If I'm running out of air, I pop back up. I'm not gonna push myself to drown in mud. I think I kind of pop up and start scanning. And I am like, has anybody seen her? She come back up, and I'm beginning to like pace the area.
I was walking over here to tend to an injury that one would incur upon being flung out of a bus. And now she's gone. Okay. 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 You've been through worse before. It's okay. But regardless, just so you know my name, Dr. Wesley Merrill. I would say pleased to meet you, but I think that we're meeting under very poor circumstances, Father.
Thank you very much, Father Santiago Torres. Let's see if we can find her as quickly as possible. It's nice to have a doctor around.
That's what I'm here for. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
So, I mean, you'll find Jahangir is in shock, and he just like hears all of you, both of you introducing yourselves, and he just says, "Yeah, Jahangir Chattopadhyay, from India, new here. Hi.
Hi. Hello. Are you okay? You didn't get hurt. You're okay?
I feel absolutely fine. I think it's probably the
Okay.
shock, but it's fine.
All right. Well, it might be, but you're okay for now.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you're all
So,
kind of collecting yourself, you see like the bus driver like hobbles on over to you. You see he has pulled out like a like basically like a hunting shotgun from under his seat. All right, we are. I apologize, folks. I looking back up the hill. I don't think we're going that way. Guess we're going through the swamp.
So, do you know the way?
Uh, yeah, it should be um sorry, one of these ways, I think.
Can I try to look and see like if upwards and see like where the turn is, so like we can find a way somewhere, like it at least that we'll go in the right direction.
Yeah, this would be.
Uh,
This would be. I think this would be navigate. If you want to give me a navigate check.
and navigate.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not bad. Let me see. I have a 55 in navigate,
Mhm.
and I rolled a 56.
Remember, you have luck.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. I'll
Is that
use
a
a luck
point?
point. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I'll use a luck point.
Yeah, there you go. Luck point gets it down to a success. You are looking around. Luckily, you didn't. The way the bus fell, you're not too far from the cliff. It is almost a sheer drop, so getting back up is out of the question. But you are, able to like see where it like curves off into the swamp as like a way you could follow it.
My luck is down to 69. Nice.
Nice.
All right, so I
and
just
I can't
really
laugh. I'm
related
cold.
like I just relayed that to the other people, like where we can go, because I probably saw like the driver is like pretty his bell is wrong, so I'm just like guiding. Okay, maybe we can go that way. Uh,
I think I look back at Father Torres and I say, Father, would you mind helping me, please? And I kind of like shift my like medical bag like kind of to my side, but like offer my left arm, like so like you could like put your hand in the crook of my elbow if you want. And I explain I can't really walk very well. It's not going to be good very soon.
Yeah,
And
of
I'm sorry.
course. You don't have to apologize.
Thank you.
But I need a second.
We all do.
And
It's okay.
yeah, he's gonna. I think Father Torres is gonna do a quick prayer, and then we'll grab your arm and begin heading
I'll
the.
have bowed my head and prayed with you too.
Okay, cool, fantastic. Yeah. There's a just a quick soft prayer and gets ready to head
Mhm.
the way we're going.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas is going to just go up to the bus driver and go like, "Are you okay? If you need somebody, I know you just hit your head. You need somebody to hold that gun."
No, no, no. I'm fine. I'm all right. Thank you, son, but I'm all right.
Thank you. All right. Stay
Jackie
stay
just
awake.
walks furthest away from the driver because he's holding a gun, and Jahangir is not cool with it. He just walks further away.
Uh, yeah, you see
I heard
the couple are like following behind. They are like very distressed. They're like very confused about what is going on. They are not handling a crisis well. They are just basically they're freaking out.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up to them to the couple and say, are you guys okay? Uh, do you guys need
Huh?
help?"
Are we we just fell off of that cliff. We could have died. I don't know where we are. We might die. What are we going to do?
That's
Where are we going?
uh uh uh, yes, yes. Obviously, we could have died, but we are not. Uh, you didn't see anything. Nothing. I believe nothing happened in the swamp as well. So I am going to walk over to that away, where I feel we can reach a road somewhere. Um, my actual name is Jahangir. I usually don't give out my name to other people, but uh, I think you're fine. I don't think you are out here to kill me. So here, my name is Jahangir, and just uh, yeah,
Okay.
just
Okay.
hey, just take some water. And I just offer them some, like, a pouch of, like, I have a strange leather pouch which has just, I just keep water, and I keep like little nibbles of food, candy, anything that I can chew on at any moment of time, because he also lived through the famine in India, so he has a constant fear of running out of food. So he always keeps something to nibble on. So he has some candy, and he knows that, just chewing on something may usually calms people down. So he just offers them something to chew on.
Mhm. Yeah. So are you all following Jahangir's lead?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see, like as you are sticking together, as you are moving down, it is again these very labored steps as you are moving through. You see the driver's like very stumbly when he walks. He is like rubbing his head constantly. The couple is like freaking out as you all follow the bend around, and you can hear the sounds of like the swamp bubbles popping and the sort of weird sounds around you that sound just animal enough that you can write it off, the weird screeches and skitters and such. Can everybody give me a spot hidden?
Yeah, sure. That went so well last time.
Yeah.
Uh. Nope. Mm-mm. Did not. Nope. Nope. I see nothing. Because my spot hidden is 50, and I rolled an 83, so I see nothing.
I
My
rolled
spot.
an
I
Good.
I rolled a
oh,
91. Target fixation, just looking up at the at the hill.
I think I'm too distracted by trying to kind of like catalog what I'm gonna need to do for people who like I can see are in need of medical attention. I think that's where my thought is.
My spot hidden is a 25, and I rolled a 9.
nice.
Ooh,
Nice.
nice.
I have 45. I got 36.
Nice. So you both succeeded on spot hidden. Yeah, as you are like,
Actually, actually, I did not roll a 96. I actually rolled a 99.
Oh. Oh no.
interesting. Very
No.
interesting. 99. For those that
That doesn't
don't
tell me
know,
what's
that is
context.
a critical failure. That is. Interesting. Yeah, as you all are walking, Jahangir, your eyes are like laser focused on the cliff on the road, just like following that. That's where we were going. We can keep on this. As you are moving through the swamp, Father Torres and Dallas, the both of you are like looking around in the swamp, and you see in one of the trees what looks to be two red dots just looking down at you. It is too covered by the foliage and the dead leaves that are on this tree to be able to tell exactly what it is.
You
I
see
think
that?
go ahead.
You see that?
I do. Doc, do you
Yes.
do you remember did it look like a hand came up and grabbed that lady there?
Yes,
Maria.
I remember that.
Okay,
Mhm.
well, you see, me and
Why
our
do you ask?
well, because myself and our friend here have a bit of keenness on something going on in the trees.
Okay, and what do you propose we do about that? And then I turn toward Dallas and I just kind of proffer my hand and I say, Dr. Wesley Merrill, pleased to meet you. Wish we could have met under better circumstances.
Dallas Ashdown. Nice to meet you too, Doctor.
So what do you propose we do? I'm not climbing a tree. We need to get
No.
somewhere at least where we can sit down. Because the bus driver's been rubbing his head. He must have sustained some sort of trauma. And I can't and
You mean
I can't not take care of someone. That's that's not what I do. I don't just leave anyone who needs help.
I will say this. Oh, sorry, Father.
I was gonna say, not that we plan on leaving anybody. I do think that it's best that we keep trucking and we pretend and we just keep our wits about us.
Yeah, as if we know where we're going. Okay.
Hey guys, I think a way. I think I can see a way up from ahead where we can go up to the road, and yeah, I,
Uh,
I'm just
Okay.
like,
Jahangir, can you give me a hard dodge?
oh no.
Oh
Oh no.
no!
Oh God, no. Leave this man alone.
We're not even on stable ground yet.
It's a 35 out of 42, so not a hard success.
Not a hard success. As you are like looking up at the road, you are very like distracted, like keeping laser focus. What the three of you see is the two little red dots just turn to look at Jahangir, and what looks like an enormous mud-covered bird leaps out of the branches, dives down onto Jahangir, and grabs onto his arm and is like pulling him deeper and deeper into the swamp.
I'm gonna run up to that thing.
You're gonna run up to that thing? What do
Cha!
you...
And he's just like screaming
Would I know
as
what
he pulled
this
away.
is?
Uh, give me a Cthulhu Mythos roll.
Awesome, thank you. I got a 12.
A
And
12.
I believe, and mine is at, oh boy, I can never read. I can never read these things. I'm at 30 for that.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, you look at this thing, and it is a sort of a local legend that the people have referred to as a mud bird. It is a creature that coats itself in mud that attempts to hide so it can find its prey, leaping out, dragging it into the swamp, into the water, where it can drown its target and then eat it. And you see that happening basically in full effect as the bird is like dragging Jahangir and is like trying to pull him down into the swamp water.
Is there a rock? A big enough rock that I can see?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple
I'm
of big
grabbing that
rocks.
rock. I'm grabbing that rock.
Yeah, you wanna hit this bird with a rock?
I'm gonna hit the bird with a rock like an idiot. Yes.
That's brawl, baby. Go
Let's
ahead and give me a
go.
brawl.
Where's my brawl? Oh
No,
god, where's my
distract him
brawl?
if you
I
succeed.
cannot read. Where's my brawl? I cannot read. Dodge
Also,
lasers.
keeper,
Mhm.
my I'm sorry if I did not clarify. My briefcase more like also kind of like uh, it has a strap where it hangs on the side as well.
Mhm.
So can I try to reach in? I mean, as I'm being tracked away, can I try to reach inside the bag and try to grab for you know the thing that I have?
Ooh, yeah, I think that like as you are being dragged along, you can fumble around and pull out what you have in there. Dallas, what is that brawl looking like?
26 out of 40.
Ooh.
Nice. Yeah, you're able to get the rock, you smack it into the bird. It makes a very wet sort of slosh as you hit into it. It gets it off of Jahangir, but it is still like flying. You can see it is like getting ready to go in for another attack.
Uh, if I have it in my hand, I'd like to shoot a 22 shot semi-automatic gun right up at its where it's dragging me into its if it has a face then into its face.
Yeah, you can see where the dots are, which are you would guess its eyes. Yeah, you could absolutely do that. Go ahead and give me
I
a firearms roll.
I do not have great firearms, but I'm gonna try.
You can do it.
We
Nope.
believe in you.
I
No.
fail miserably. It is a 97.
What is the fumble on
Well,
that gun? Because depending on what the gun is, it's a different number.
uh oh, oh shit. Where do I check that? I don't think I added that. 22 shot semi automatic. I did not think I checked that. I did not check the fumble on it.
All good. All good. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick here. A malfunction on that is 100, so you're good.
Okay. So just you just hear a loud bang because again, this is not his gun.
Yeah,
He doesn't know how to use a gun.
a loud
And
bang
like
as the shot goes wide deep into the swamp.
I think just hearing that because part of cerebral palsy is having a startle reflex where any sudden noise, it's actually left over from when I'm from infancy because ours just never goes away. Where if there's any sort of loud noise, you immediately start to kind of like seize up and startle like because like something scared you even if maybe nothing did scare you. And so like I think at that moment like like um like Wesley just kind of like gasps a little bit, and then like Father Torres feels him like tense because when he startles, like his entire body essentially goes taut and tense, like mine is right now, which you can't really see, but but yeah, basically just this very kind of tense, like just moment of like oh like I'm not prepared for this.
Um, all right. So I think Father Torres feels Dr. Wesley tense on his arm. Oh, and I think I'm gonna scan. I've heard the shot go out. I still see the creature, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I think Father Torres is gonna go through he has like a general travel bag, and one of the things he has is a machete in his bag. He travels. Sometimes he has travel by foot. He's gone through like brush and stuff. Like he's traveling the Americas. It's not anything crazy. It's just like a used machete. But he's gonna pull that out, and I think he's just also gonna try to take a whack at this thing. And then he's like, let's not just start firing things. I don't want anything else to hear us. And I'm gonna take a whack at this thing.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a brawl.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so I got a 40, and my brawl is a 60.
Nice. Yeah, you see as this bird is like hovering there, it is like it goes in for a dive into the group, and you take a step forward, slash at it. You're able to get a nice cut across it. Uh, how much damage does it do?
I do 5 damage to it.
5 damage. Yeah, you get a nice cut into it as you like see part of the mud like slick off as it goes flying off. And it's interesting because as it goes off, you're expecting to see like flesh underneath, a deep cut, maybe some blood, but all you see is just more and more mud of this bird as it you cut into it and it sort of like backs off.
Yeah. And everybody tuck up. Everybody get together. Animals, certain animals aren't going to come at you if you're in a big group. We need to stay. And I'm just going to kind of start dragging us closer together. Those of us that are within arm's reach of me.
Yeah, you're able to pull everybody together. You see the bird is like basically like backing off as you are in this group, having taken some damage, seeing you all clumping together. There's no easy target to go after, and you see it just sort of turns and flies deep into the swamp.
Our
Uh,
Father who art in grace. I just started praying,
Hallowed
but
be
like
thy
stress
name.
praying.
Just Lord's Prayer. Both of us just immediately do the Lord's Prayer. Just in perfect unison. As if we've attended the same Mass for years. And I think after it's done, I just look up at you and I'm like, oh, okay. That happened. Well, I'm obviously glad to know a man of the cloth right now. But we need to get somewhere safe without
Get going.
more mudbirds. Whatever that thing was. We need to get somewhere safe.
immediately
Could not
slash
agree
my
more.
immediately slash my semi-automatic back into my briefcase,
A
and like nothing
friend,
happened.
let's try to
Yeah.
be a little more hesitant on when we're going to take things out of bags and start making loud noises and sending off firearms. I don't necessarily think that was the wisest call.
Uh, yes, Father, but um, well, I think my life was on the line. I'm sorry. Uh, um, I'm sorry for scaring anyone. Fuck, I scared myself, I think. But yeah. Thank you for helping me. I'm sure. I'm sure I was a
Are you okay?
goner.
Are you okay?
Physically,
Ah,
he didn't hurt you?
I look at my hand. How hurt am I?
Now that you have like had a second to assess the damage, you can see that like the talons had gotten in a little, not super deep into your arm. You have like 1 point of damage.
But
My
is there
my
visible blood?
Yeah, I'd say there's probably visible blood with
It's an
this.
open wound in the middle of a
Yeah,
muddy swamp, which means
yeah.
it's rife for the possibility of infection, otherwise known as sepsis. So I think like I
Ah,
just kind of
mud
like
blood.
steer Father Torres like towards you, and I say, okay, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to do this without you sitting down, without us not being in a clean environment, but I don't have much of a choice. And so I like
I can
I
cauterize
take
it.
out
What?
that I don't want to resort to that. Not right now. And
I'm
I
yeah.
treat
Jahangir is lightheaded, so he's
without
just
even
saying
just
it things.
and I think like in that moment there's a shift in Wesley where this like quiet timid man suddenly you see him like in his element completely where he's like, no, I know what I'm supposed to do here. There's somebody hurt in front of me. They're bleeding. We're in a swamp. They're rife with infection, rife with just making it so much worse regardless of how small a wound it is. And so like I tighten the gauze like just kind of like just one like good tug after I'm done. And I say, if that starts to come undone, you tell me immediately, please. Now, should we continue?
That way.
Okay.
Yeah, now that you've had a second to like calm down to catch your breath and you look back to the cliff to find where you are going next, you can't find the cliff. You're looking around and all you see are more trees, more swamp water, mud. You can see the sun in the sky is starting to get lower as it starts to get into the evening now.
Guys, I
We
don't
need to get
think I
somewhere
know the way
safe. And,
anymore.
well, regardless, it's the sun is setting, and who knows what sort of animals will come out at night, because I'm betting that there's a lot of animals that are nocturnal in a bayou. Um, but we need to at least get out of this muck. If we can get onto land, then we're closer to safety than we are right now. And I don't care if I have to somehow light a fire to treat people if it's too dark to see, but I'll do it if I have to.
Go ahead, doctor.
Okay,
Let's.
let's go.
I think we should do that. And I just like look
Like,
embarrassingly at everyone else. Like I have caused so much trouble by just not paying attention. I just like nod and like just hunch down and just try to find a place.
How many paces, like how far are we from the bus?
Well, that's the thing, as you are looking down and realizing you can't find the cliff, you also can't find where the bus was. It's impossible to say. Maybe only a few feet, maybe you've been walking for miles. It's
Okay.
impossible to tell.
Yeah. And we're currently still just in swamp.
In swamp.
yeah, we're not on land at
Ah,
all. We're
damn.
in the bog,
Mm-hmm.
essentially.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Would I have any idea where I am based on little rumors that I've heard?
Let's see. Would you have any idea where you are? Let's see. Give me give me a hard navigate.
Okay, let's see if I can do this. I got a 12. I need a, oh God, I need a 7. I'll spend the 5.
Hey, there you go. You have done a. Luckily, you have done your research about this area, about the swamps and the unmarked bayous, and how hard it is to navigate. And you're able to recall that there's probably something in here. It's not just empty swamps and bogs and bayous, that there are like little settlements in here somewhere.
We need to find people, and we're going to find them now.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm just going to start walking like into the swamp where I would like know generally where they would be.
Yeah, you head on into the swamp. I assume everybody else is just following the lead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
in my head, Dallas, he's going to lead us to people, which means he's going to lead us to maybe a house or a structure with light, with like electric light. So, and in my mind, I'm like, wherever we land, that's my exam room for the evening. I have no other choice.
I do have relative hesitance to take in the whole group, including injured people, deeper into a swamp area. Dallas.
I don't think there's a way we are finding our way out of here in the dark.
No,
As much
I think about it this way: if we stay here and it goes dark, where we can't even see our nose in front of our faces, where we're not even sure of where each other is, because there's no electric light out here. we'll see stars. We won't see each other. So I think we need to grasp at what little luck we possibly have. I understand the danger, believe me, I do. But I also don't believe we have much of a choice.
I mean, Doc, if that's how you feel, I just more worry about your ability to keep up with the rest of the group in the dark. You've been having a
I'll
hard
figure
time
it out.
getting through this muck. All right.
I know, but I'll figure it out. One way or the other.
All right. Yeah, you
Everyone
all
lock arms.
locking arms, keeping track of each other as you make your way deeper into the swamp. As you can feel as you get deeper and deeper into it, as the mud gets a little bit firmer to stand on. It is still clings to you, still feels like it is hard to shake off, but you're able to, find your footing a little bit easier as you make your way in. The couple like sort of staying more towards the back, trying to like look out for each other. The bus driver, still like stumbling a bit with the shotgun in his hand, still like, tipping over as he walks, as you make your way deeper and deeper in. You're walking for a couple of minutes as you make your way in, and the sun starts to get lower and lower. When you hear the bus driver, he stops and he goes, "Hey, anybody else see that?" And you see he just points off towards not the direction you were going, but like off to the side of it.
I'm looking right there.
The same.
Anybody that wants
Me
to
too.
can try and give me an extreme spot hidden.
Oh boy, howdy.
What's
What
that
is this
then?
Not
spot
gonna go
Because
hidden?
well.
It's my
That is 1/5, I believe.
I got a 25. I don't have a 9. But my
I
spot
got
hidden is 45.
I got a I got oh damn it, I just miss it. I got a 14 and my fifth is a 10. So I'm not going
You
to
have
spend luck on
luck.
this because that's 4 points. But I know, but I only have 45 points and I can't spend 4. I'm not going to do
That's
that right
fair.
now. I'm saving
uh
it for later.
I got a 16 and my spot hidden is 13, the difficult or the extreme one. I'll go ahead and spend those luck points.
All right. And Jahangir?
Yeah, 77. I'm not gonna spend all 69 of my luck points on this.
No.
No. Yeah.
No.
Uh,
So I
yeah.
spend 3 luck points and I get it.
Yeah, you spend 3 luck points and you get it. As you are all looking into the forest, it is starting to get dark. It is hard to see what he is pointing at until Father Torres, as you are looking, your eyes for a moment, like they sort of unfocus as you are staring at the endless trees, and out of this unfocused vision, you see these two, what you can see, the two front enormous bony, very thin legs of a creature that rises up into the treetops that you can't quite see the body of, but you can tell it is standing right over all of you.
Is it in emotion at all, or is it something more or less if we ignore it, it ignores us? What was my general? Can I roll an occult to see
Uh,
what the
yeah, go ahead
general
and
vibe is?
go
Okay.
ahead, give me an occult roll.
Okay, I got a 36 and my cult is 50.
Nice. This is whatever it is you are looking at that you is hard to see. It hasn't moved. It is looking at you as much as you are looking at it.
Hmm. I'll head up the back with our bus driver. I'm like, let's keep our eyes on that thing, and we'll just keep walking in this direction. And so I'm gonna link arms and be with the bus driver right there, so we can kind of keep eyes on it. And also, he has a giant firearm, so I think that's the general goal.
Yeah, you see as you go to link arm, he like shoves you away from him, like, I'm not letting that thing get me. As he like shoves you, the thing takes a step forward, its body still covered in the trees as it looms over.
So I'm going to
Get
I'm gonna
that
grab
cool.
his arm and I'm gonna attempt to persuade him. And like, the thing's not gonna take you as long as we're in a group. And the minute you separate from us, I promise you, as good as the Lord is, that thing will get to you.
Hard persuade.
Okay, so my normal persuade is of 75. So my hard is half of that, which is 37, and I got a 35.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, you see he is shaking as he is trying to decide, like, should he level the gun at the thing. And your words, like, they seem to get through to him, and he just like slowly puts the gun down facing the swamp. What do we do?
Let's keep walking, and let's keep our eyes on it.
I look and I look at the bus driver and I say, "You're staying with us, okay? We're going to get somewhere safe, and then I'm going to make sure that head of yours does not sustain any further trauma, okay? And I can't exactly do my job if you walk away from us. Do you understand?"
I'm fine. I don't. I'm fine.
You are not fine,
I said
sir.
I'm
You are not fine. And I'm telling you, you are not fine, okay? So, I don't think arguing is going to solve much of anything right now. What you're going to do, okay, is you're going to listen to the person who is the fucking doctor. Do you understand me?
Give me a hard intimidate.
That's not gonna work. Wait, let me check and see. What we're working with. Yeah. Unless I roll that. No. Uh, I fail really bad. That was an 85, and I needed to land on like a 3, so I failed really bad. If he knocks me over, I'll get up.
Oh no.
Yeah, you see, like,
Can I roll medicine instead? Because I'm attempting to persuade him as a medical professional.
it feels like it felt very aggressive. I think intimidate
It felt very
was
aggressive.
the role.
Very aggressive doctor.
Yeah, you
Felt
see,
so aggressive.
so you see,
Understood.
yeah,
Has your
as
fucking
he goes,
prescription.
I know what I'm doing, and shoves you to the ground. And as he does, this creature takes another step forward. In a moment of panic, he takes the shotgun, levels it up, fires at the creature. You hear a disgusting splash as it hits whatever it is into, and a huge chunk of rotting flesh drops into the swamp water as this half-decayed, enormous deer skull drops down lightning fast, snatches the driver in its mouth, and pulls right back up.
Does he drop the gun? Please tell me he drops the gun.
He drops the gun.
Cool, I'm getting that gun.
Oh my god! Wait,
Stay
but
together,
is the
stay
bus driver
quiet.
alive?
No.
Is he alive?
No,
He's dead. He's
he
dead.
did. He dead as hell.
And like I think just out of a show of courtesy, because obviously like as far as death, like again, Dr. Wesley has been through everything, so death doesn't phase him as it would phase most people. But I think just out of courtesy, I like put my 2 fingers on his pulse point on his neck anyway, and I say, I just had to be sure, even though he's dead right in front of me.
Oh, he's not
He was,
on the ground. He was
Listen.
his body was snatched in the
Oh,
mouth.
yoink.
He's up.
Oh, I got it. Okay. All right. Okay,
Yeah.
there we go. I was like, oh shit. Okay. It's like-
No,
and
yeah.
and like I think like just grounding myself to the situation, I say, this is why you have to listen to medical professionals. That's all I'll say on that. Let's go.
everyone quiet. Don't bother that thing.
I clutch the fiance, the guy. I clutch him hard, like I'm just like making this meep sound. I'm just like trying not to scream.
Yeah, as you see the body get snatched up into the leaves, you don't see what happens, but you definitely hear the sound of crunching and snapping bones of meat being crunched in
Dinner.
as it eats him.
Dinner.
Yeah.
Dinner.
Uh,
Okay.
Jahangir, you are holding on to the guy tight. The woman lets out a ear-piercing screech as she darts off in the opposite direction, and you all watch as this thing just like you can hear the leaves rustling as you see its like half rotting head poke up over the leaves, and it in just one quick bound darts forward and is gone.
Just gone.
Okay.
Did it go in the direction? Any direction, or is
I-
it just?
It went in the same direction as she ran, but
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Mhm.
it almost seemingly like it disappears as it takes
Mhm.
off.
I think all 4 of us should link hands somehow, form some kind of chain, just so at
Yeah.
least we don't get separated.
Absolutely.
Can we see the woman? Can we still hear her?
Is she gone? No.
She is taken off. She is out of eyesight,
Oh
out of
fuck.
earshot.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm just trying to comfort the man. It's okay. We can find your fiance.
I no, I
She
need to
must.
go and get her. I need to
She
go.
just fucking calm down, you bench bucklehole mother. Just fucking calm down. Uh, uh, it won't do good if you go and you die too. We just saw him. We just saw the driver get his head chopped off, get eaten up. Um, just, just here, just look at me, and just like hold his head and just say, hey, just look at me. Just breathe, please. Look, I'm still here. I'm still alive. I'm sure she can survive as well. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure she's just hiding.
Give me an extreme persuade.
I am gonna suck at this so bad. Uh, persuade extreme. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so that's 1/5,
You
right?
get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
You get used to
Yeah.
it.
Ye- so my persuade is at 50. I rolled a 40.
Not enough for an extreme, unfortunately. You start talking to
He's gonna
him,
disappear too.
and you start talking to him, and as you say, like, I'm still here, I'm alive, and he goes, "Wait, do you think she's dead? Oh God, what if she's dead?" Takes off in the same direction as she did.
Okay,
Ah, god
that's
damn.
3 people now, who we can
He was
presume one of them
handsome.
we know is dead.
He was handsome too.
Okay, there are many other fish in the sea, or bugs in the swamp, rather. Let's be on theme. Um, However, that is the 3rd person who we could presume is dead. So I think we should just stick together and not get distracted and keep following Dallas. 'Cause I'm not sure who is injured and who isn't at this point, but I know I need light to see.
Fair. Okay, Doc.
Mm-hmm. As long as you're okay.
I'm fine. I'm fine. As long as I'm alive.
Yep, you're alive. We all are right now.
Just hope
Praise
it
be to
stays
God.
that way.
Yeah. What are you all doing now?
Are
Same
we
direction as I
are we
was
in
going.
relative safety? Or no, we're not. We're not in
You
relative safety yet. No,
you
no, no,
don't
no,
see anything around you at the moment.
no. No. Mm-mm. Safety is but a distant dream. Okay. Welcome to Call of
Uh,
Cthulhu, where safety is a
Yep.
distant dream.
is it okay if I pull that gun out? Just, I just look at the doc and like, Doc, is it okay, Father? I'm not sure if I'll hit anyone, but I might be able to scare something away.
Frankly, I don't really see the point of having a gun out other than to make noise.
Noise attracts predators. We don't
Noise
need.
pisses off that.
Okay. I'm not sure how you know what that is.
I don't.
Okay. 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 hmm So let's keep walking. I'm sure at some point we're going to find somewhere with a roof and lights.
Father Torres turns and starts walking the direction we were
What we're gonna
going.
do.
Yep, same.
Awesome. Yeah, you guys.
Are we all linked at this point? Like kind of like forming like a like a singular line where we each have where we each are holding like the person behind us hands kind of ideal. Yeah. So like we can't be separated.
Yeah, you
So I'm
all.
as, yeah.
Yeah, you
So
all
please go ahead.
make your way into the swamp a bit more cautious, a bit more aware of the sounds around you. Of, is that the normal sound of like bugs in the swamp? Is this something I can't quite see what is going on? Uh, Dallas, I'm gonna ask for another navigate from you.
Okay, this is not great. It's not a great roll that I have. 24 out of 15. God damn it. You know what? I'll spend it. I'll spend it. I'm not dying here.
You spend it as you look around, as you are able to keep track of your group, as you are able to keep moving forward. You start to see what appears to be some lights in the distance.
Are they moving?
No?
I'm going to cautiously approach and go slow as possible. I'm going to just whisper back, lights. Don't know if they're swamp gas. Don't know if they're people. Let's figure it out first.
As you make your way towards slowly, as you like heavy step out, the sloshing through the swamp mud, as you slosh through, all of a sudden, it's not a slosh that your foot finds, it is a thud as you step onto a plank of wood, onto a series of planks of wood, onto a boardwalk, it looks like, into where these lights are.
Oh, Doc.
So kind of like a floating city situation, but in the water.
Yep.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice.
As you approach, and you can see there are these different buildings, these wooden buildings, all on these, stilts with the boardwalk sort of like moving between each of them, all building up and leading up into this what looks like a cathedral. It is this built up building with all of this like stained glass and whatnot that is like much farther back into the town. But you can see there are like all these different houses with these lanterns on. And as you approach, you see this enormous sign up above that is in scratched writing, like somebody carved into it with a knife. Welcome to Burnt Creek.
No?
Well, has anybody ever been to and or heard of this here Burnt Creek?
No.
What about?
I am new to America. Is everything so weird here?
Frankly,
No,
yes.
But yeah,
Yes.
very
Unfortunately,
normal.
yes.
Also, would I have
But-
heard of Burnt Creek?
Dallas, you probably would have in your previous research of like different settlements. What's in this swamp exactly? You would have. Everybody else wouldn't have.
Okay.
Is this a safe place? I realize we don't really have any other option, but is this safe?
Let me talk to
The
the
slightest
lady.
amount.
I'm trying to spot anybody, like any human.
Yeah, you see as you're looking around, it is fully like into nighttime now. It is, very dark outside, and you can see not a lot of people out, but you do see like coming out of one of the buildings is this like middle-aged, more heavy-set woman as she comes out with a bucket, dumps it over the side and into the swamp mud.
I just like nudge somebody else, probably Dallas. Like, go talk to her.
Ma'am,
Mm. Oh,
we
hello.
need help.
Oh my.
Hello.
You oh my, you all look
Worse for wear is the least of it.
uh, certainly. You all are you all right? Come on in, come on in. You see she like opens the door to this building that it looks a little bit bigger than some of the other buildings that you see around actually. Are you
Come
all
on.
right?
Generally speaking, we survived a
We're,
bus crash.
we're all here.
My word. Oh, come on in. There's oh my, you all scraped up something fierce. Uh, okay, well, all right. How about you all? You see, she like goes over, gets like a bucket of water and a few rags, and it's like, here, wash up, wash yourselves off, get the mud and the blood off of all of yous. Uh, Lucky it happened running to me. I run the inn in this here town. You all can stay for the night. You all can stay here tonight.
Much appreciated. And where exactly
so much.
is here?
Hmm? Oh, our humble little town, Burnt Creek.
Right. And do you have any transit out, or we're gonna have to hike our way back out tomorrow morning?
Oh, you'd have to have a bit of a hike. I must apologize. There's not a whole lot of traffic that goes through here.
Yeah, thought so. Thank you so much for inconveniencing yourself for us.
Yes, thank you so much.
Of course, of course. Now you all sit. I'll sit and clean yourselves off. Let me go and make some sandwiches real quick. And she like goes off into the back room of this building. You can see like you are in a front sort of like reception slash like sitting area where you see there is a small wooden desk up by the front. There are like you know wooden tables and chairs. She has like left you with a pile of rags and a bucket of water to clean yourselves off with.
I immediately begin cleaning myself off, but like as much as I possibly can, I scrub as if I'm in a hospital, which with a bucket of water and a rag. Not very much, but it's what I just instinctually have to do. And once I'm done, like, and I think like my like even my like the edges of my shirt because they're rolled up past my elbows, like are kind of damp still. And I look back and I'm like, okay, we're inside. There's lights. Who's the most injured out of everyone who's still here? Both of you. Okay. Which one is more severe? I'll tend to both of you. But which one of you is hurt more?
And you
Uh,
see Dallas just roll up his pant leg, and you see a pretty good gash.
Okay. All right. That's what we're dealing with. Okay. Okay. This is fine.
Treat him first.
And I. But you're bleeding.
You don't know what.
God
you
knows
don't know
what bacteria got into your lip. But okay, I'll treat
a
him
worm.
first. I'll treat it immediately after. So I set to treating both. I'm treating both of them. So roll medicine or first aid. Which one?
Medicine or first aid?
Mhm.
Now that you've had some time to like, you're not like rushing. You are able to sit and sort of take your time. I think this is more medicine.
Okay, it's a 90.
Hmm.
So
sick.
yep, hang on.
Love to see it.
That's a 20. So
Holy
that
shit.
is yep, yeah, I knew. Yeah, oh, that's way yeah, yeah, and my hard success is 18. I 1000% do this.
Oh,
I knew upping his medicine would be what I have to do. The cleric brain in me is so proud.
nice. Absolutely love it. Yeah. You tend to Jahangir's wounds. You're able to like clean it, dress it, put it, reapply
Mhm,
the gauze basically. Uh, you can see that like the bleeding has sort of stopped now that you are, able to get
mhm.
to it. Jahangir, you get 1 hit point back.
And then satisfied, I immediately turn to Dallas and begin examining his leg, just seeing if there's any sign of debris or detritus, like any kind of um like if there's like any kind of debris from the swamp, even like just like around his leg, just trying to clean that off first before I can get to the basically I'm trying to make the leg as clean as possible before I get in to where the gash is, so I don't like make it worse.
Uh,
So medicine again.
yep, medicine again.
Okay. Oh, for you fucking. Um,
What?
I'm gonna spend um a luck point to bring that down because I rolled a 91.
Use
So
it.
fuck.
Absolutely.
Mhm,
You are attending to the wound. You manage to, look over it. You like go to start to wrap it, and you realize like, nope, right, gotta go back, gotta clean it, make sure, double check it's clean,
mhm.
clean the wound. You're able
Yeah,
to get it all covered up.
and I'm guessing
Uh,
because of just because of the crash and everything that Dallas's gash was probably more complicated of an injury, and like I think probably just as an insurance policy, I open my bag again, and I take out my medical bag. I open my medical bag again, and I take out a syringe and I fill it with a sedative. And I don't inject it into like into your arm or anything, but I basically kind of like it's like a numbing agent where I kind of like just inject it very slowly into your leg, and I watch the plunger as it goes down, but then when it's I look up at you and I'm like, you're not gonna be able to feel it, but
I don't
I
mind.
don't think you can feel this right now.
I don't mind.
Hold on.
It doesn't usually work.
What do you mean?
Weird thing.
What?
Went under for surgery once. Came out screaming.
That's I. I'm
Didn't
so
wake up
sorry.
during it. Didn't wake up during it. It was just after.
Mhm. But still, it's. I've been through surgery myself, so I understand how it's not an enjoyable process. But the fact of the matter is, everyone here, all four of us, we're still alive by the grace of God. And that's all we have right now, unfortunately. What else are we supposed to have? And
Right now,
like I clean my hands again.
I'm going to.
We have. Yeah,
Sorry, go
sorry.
ahead.
Please go ahead. No, no,
Go
no, no. It's
ahead.
okay.
Um,
Uh,
I just wanted to try to stumble and walk, try to get her against a wall and try to knock on the wall to see how the woman, the innkeeper, is doing,
Yeah,
and try to wander into the room.
you head on into the kitchen where you see she is basically like putting together these basically little sandwiches together for you guys. Not much, just like bread, some meat, and another layer of bread, maybe some cheese in there. As she gets this all up. Oh, hi there. Are you all right?
Yeah. My name's Dallas Ashdown. What's yours?
Oh, Delilah. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Delilah. I heard that y'all have a thing with a deer.
Oh, you you heard about the mother then?
I sure have.
Well, I I can't explain it too well myself, but our own pastor is going to be conducting a little sermon tomorrow morning. I'd highly recommend you stay around for that.
Thank you. I'll try to convince my friends to stay a little longer.
Oh, it shouldn't be too late. It's usually first thing in the morning.
Thank you.
Back in the where we are, I have changed from my dirty kurta. I have taken out from the leather briefcase another kurta. I have put my bandi away. Just tried to clean the mud off of it best I could. Uh, and I'm wearing like a tan colored kurta now. That's just my comfort clothing and something that I wear all the time. I go over to uh, Father Torres. Hey there, Father.
How's it going?
Uh, to be honest, ever since came to America, like about it's almost half an year now. Uh, been feeling lost. I haven't not a lot of Muslims around, not a lot of Indians around. I would say so. It's tough. I've tried to work my way on my keep, trying to make my way over to the California. Uh, someone
You
I know
know,
is there.
that is it makes sense. America for what it is, it's not. It's only ever made up of what people bring to it and or have brought to it in the past, and well, obviously, there's not as much influence for you to feel at home here. But well, I do hope that it at least does eventually begin to feel a little more comfortable. Everybody's always set in their ways until they're not, and I think hopefully that you can find a place that's not too set in its ways for you to establish your own home and comfortability. You said California.
Yeah. Yes, somebody's. Somebody's there.
That's exciting. I was also on my way to California, but I'm more just kind of breezing through and around the state. Don't have anywhere in particular in mind.
Father, are all sins forgiven?
I that's what we say. I'm
I know,
obviously
I know, the the faith that I follow. Also, I mean, Allah Subhanahu wa Taala says that all sins are forgiven, but it should be forgiven first by the one who has been wronged, uh, because unless they don't forgive you, the God Himself won't be able to do a lot. And I've been feeling lost. I'll be honest. I don't have a Maulvi or a cleric of Islam to tell me if I've been, um, if I can be forgiven or not. But well, at least they have a church here. I've never been inside a church. However, I don't know how confessions work.
I'll go ahead and let you in on a personal secret of mine, more or less that the faith, how I am guided generally, believes in the the ability of forgiveness within God's heart as long as you have confessed and absolved. Whether that's the truth or not, I can't really claim to know. I'm but a simple priest who travels around the country. What I can say is that my time growing up, the a lot of the church doesn't always agree with a lot of the book, and well, I think if you're going by your own personal forgiveness, then I think you'll be doing all right, my friend.
I'm glad I can. Oh, I can talk to someone about it without being judged or accused of something.
Well, I'm not one to judge. I Everyone sins. That's what we're born to. That's people. We're flawed. Where are those sandwiches? And get up and like start like wandering around.
At the same time, Jahangir would go walk over to the window if there's a window,
Hmm.
uh, and just looks up towards the stars. He's still clutching to the uh, briefcase. Just reaches inside, and none of you all see it, but he pulls out a bloody New York police badge and just puts it
What?
back inside.
Huh? Excuse me?
Hey, Jahangir, while you're at this window, you want to go ahead and give me a spot hidden roll?
I will do that. Spot hidden. Okay. That's my spot hidden 60. I rolled a 60.
There you go. As you are looking out, as you're looking up at the sky and down at the swamp, probably a lot of thoughts going through your mind about where you are and where you've been and where you're going. As you look out, you see the man from the couple standing out there in the swamp. He is drenched in mud and hard to tell what else, but covered head to toe, but you can still very much recognize him as he just looks out at you, raises a finger to point, and collapses into a pile of mud into the swamp.
I just I shake. I'm shaking watching this, but I don't do anything. I just walk back where I was, and I just put my hands on my lap, and I'm just like, I'm just reciting some verses from the Quran in my head.
You see the woman Delilah comes back in with a plate of sandwiches and glasses of water for everybody. All right, sorry, I was not expecting company, so unfortunately it's not a lot. But please eat up, drink up, drink your water, have your sandwiches. Whenever y'all are ready to hit the hay, I imagine you are quite tired. You can just head on upstairs. There's a number of beds up there. Anyone you like, just go ahead and rest your head now.
Thank you.
Thank you, Delilah.
Do we owe you any money?
Oh,
Or
oh no, no, dear, no. Think of it as southern hospitality.
okay, thank you.
Uh,
Miss
I look.
Miss,
Sorry.
go
Please
on.
go
No, go
ahead.
on, Amon. No, you're good.
Uh, I just I'm talking to Delilah, and like, do do you sometimes see people out in the swamp considering what we've been through? And I'm trying to gauge if she understands what Delilah understands what I'm saying or what I'm trying to hint at.
You see, she nods and she goes, "Well, there's a lot of things that happen out there in the swamp. There's a lot of uncharted territory. I mean, it's hard to say what happens in any any section at any given moment. So it's possible."
Thanks. And I just say to myself, that was not unsettling at all. Um, yeah, and I make my way up. Yeah.
Miss Delilah,
Mhm.
do you happen to have a local library or some books I could read up on the area just so I can maybe get up my bearings a little better? I travel a lot and I just want to make sure that I know where I am rather than just kind of being there.
Oh, well, admittedly, not much of a library. No, not really much of a need for one in a town small such as this. But I think we have little town history books somewhere around here. Just hold on a moment. You see, she goes digging behind like the receptionist desk, and she pulls out this leather-bound book. No like title, no nothing. It looks very much like it was like bound by hand by somebody, and she hands it to you and goes, "Yes, here. This should give a brief history of us and who we are and things such as that."
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Of course. And you see
And like I
she.
think,
Mhm.
oh sorry,
No, go ahead.
and I think Wesley after he eats, um like he goes to stand up, and he's been on his feet for hours. And a person with cerebral palsy, fun fact, it's horrible, uses 5 times the amount of energy as a person who does not have it. So at this point, Wesley's muscle tone is completely gone. And like I pretty much stand up but immediately go back to the floor. And like and then like I kind of like draw my fingers like into my palm, and I'm like, God damn it. Fuck.
Uh, are you all right there? Are you all right there, son?
I'm fine. I'm used to this. I'm fine. But thank you. And I, regardless of how painful it is, and it is very painful, um, because what happens when your muscle tone is gone? your muscles are still tight. They just don't function behind your knees. So it's not a good time. So like I forced myself to stand up and like just very very slowly just walk upstairs and into a free room where I put my hat on a bedside table and I take off my glasses and I'm probably out before I even realize my head hit the pillow.
Yeah. You see Delilah, she goes, well, y'all, like I said, you can help yourself standing room. I'm a bit tuckered out myself. I'm gonna head off for the night. She goes through a door like next to the like receptionist desk and heads off to bed.
I would like to stay up and either do library use or history to go through the book and kind of try to figure out a little more because the town's set in the middle of a swamp, and then although there's been a bit of cryptic bullshit going on for father, and he wants to figure some shit out, so he's gonna do a little bit of reading on what they might have.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'd take either library use or history. Up to you.
All right, perfect. Oh, amazing! It's a really good roll. Okay, I got a 19, and my history is a 60.
There you go. Yeah, you leaf through this book. The first thing that is apparent about this book is that not only was it hand bound, it was handwritten. Somebody like ink and quill wrote this out by hand. It is not a like mass produced printing press book. Uh, Reading through it, you read the story of the first founder of Burnt Creek, an old man who his name is never given. He's just referred to as the old man or the first settler who came who was originally going more north, who was going more towards like the Dakota region, and eventually it says he just got too tired, he could not keep up, and so he built his own home, his own shack here deep in the woods. He named the town after a phenomenon that he had witnessed himself on his travels, the Burning Creek, a river that is somehow on fire, hence the name Burnt Creek. And it describes as more and more people not necessarily go looking for the town, but just so happen to find their way there and build their own homes and put together this community. And the descendants of this old man, of this first settler, continue on until it gets to a point where it says the most recent descendant of the old man is, and you see there are a couple names like scratched out, like a name written, scratched out, name written, scratched out. Like it is updated every time there is a new descendant. Um, and it says the most recent descendant is listed as Pastor Wyatt. And if you could also give me an occult roll.
Ooh, another good one. I'm on fire right now.
Let's
I
go.
got a 27, and my occult is a 50.
Nice. Yeah, you see that like basically like that is where the writing ends, but there are a few more pages, like blank pages at the end, and as you flip through the pages, they are blank. They are blank. And then there is a stain on the top corner. And then the next page it gets bigger and bigger and bigger until on the very last page is just the stained image of a deer skull.
And I think I'm gonna tuck that book for the time being, and I'm gonna explore the inn a bit.
Sure. While that is going on, Jahangir, what are you doing?
Uh, is my does my room have a window?
Yep,
or
all the
are we in like a sort
rooms.
of common room?
They're all like they're fairly small individual rooms, like
Okay,
a
okay,
twin
okay.
bed, but they
All
all
right.
have a window. Yeah.
I just quickly peek through, and if I don't see anything, I'll just like pull the curtains, closed. Uh, yeah. Do I see anybody like walking outside or anything? Do I do a spot hidden in this
Uh,
case?
no check necessary as you are
Sure.
looking around. You don't see anything. You see like the usual trees, the like bubbling sort of swamp water, but nothing seems out of the ordinary.
Um, Once I'm alone, uh, I just go through all my stuff in the briefcase, all the things that I have, any change of clothes, some of my spare cash, all the things that I nibble on. I just quickly take out like a hard candy, and I just like quickly just start chewing on it. Um, and there, I'm just checking out like letters from Abhiroop. This is a letter from California itself, back to Kolkata, in British India, where he wrote me like of how he's working, how he's doing in California, and is basically inviting me, just pleading me to get away from there somehow, just find my way out, find my way out of my family itself. Um, and it's just all of his letters, just talking about how his month has been, what kind of work he's doing. Doesn't specify what kind of work he's doing. He's just like trudging through everything, apparently. But I just take those letters out, hold it close to my chest, and I mean, almost, I know I'm alone in this room, but I still almost embarrassingly or shyly just uh, touch two fingers to my lips and just kiss it on the letters and just put it back in. And I go in, I just tuck myself into the bed and just pull the covers up like a, you know, like a, just so that I don't see anything. I don't see the window. I don't see anything. And I just try to sleep.
As you have this brief moment of calm and tenderness before you drift off to sleep. Dallas, what are you up to?
I have been sitting in the like open room the whole time. I have probably just been watching Father Torres uh, flip through the book, shut it, and watch him get up. And I'm just, what you doing there, Father?
I'm checking out the place we're staying at. I don't sleep much, anyways. I'm sort of one of the antsy type, so I'm just gonna go ahead and wander and take some looks. What you doing?
I don't sleep very well either, sir.
Yeah, maybe that's why I turned to the cloth. Maybe I thought God would help me sleep. He doesn't.
You want to look around?
I do.
All right. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Quiet now.
Always. Dallas, I do have a quick question before we look around.
Yes.
I've been meaning to talk to the good doctor about kind of killing those people back there. Um, Losing composure and yelling at people, at panicked people, never works. And I had it all under control. And well, now we're down 3, and I just don't know how to broach it. And you would think that somebody whose entire position rotates around telling and talking and listening, that I could do that, but I'm not quite sure.
When we get out of here, you do that.
Maybe, but I don't want it to be a recurring issue.
I don't think it will be.
Let's hope you don't lose your cool.
Ah, believe me. Cool as ice.
Yeah, and then let's sneak around.
Cool. Yeah, what are you two looking for? What are you hoping to find? Where are you going, basically?
I think Father Torres is being generally nosy. Um, he's just kind of walking around, picking up pictures, looking at pictures, flipping through like any books or things that are just left out. I don't think he's being invasive. I just generally nosy, like walking around and getting the lay of the land.
Yeah. Yeah, as you are looking around, there's not a lot of pictures, but you see there are a few hanging around of like there's one of Delilah and a a man about her age that you would wager is or was at one point her husband. There's a few pictures of like her, settling in, of her like tending to the inn. There's a picture of her with a man who has a very long, like, basically like a very long brown jacket, this very bushy beard, this very long matted hair down as he as like Delilah is like smiling for the picture and he is just looking through, and you can feel, even though it's a picture, you can feel the eyes from the picture looking back at you as you look at it.
Well, Dallas, isn't that just creepy as shit?
To be honest, yes.
It feels like that man is looking at me.
It's like looking at a photo of Rasputin, to be honest.
It is unsettling. I'm gonna turn it the other way and I like flip it around.
Yeah, you flip the picture around. Dallas, what are you looking for? What are you doing as you're poking around?
I am looking for, honestly, I'm looking for any like spare keys that may have been left out, just to keep a note of that and like see if there's like any key that looks odd.
Yeah, I think you see that like behind the desk there is like the like cork board that has the like hanging keys on it. There aren't a lot. There are a couple that are basically identical that you would guess is like, one for each room. There's a couple that, that it's hard to say, like, they're all keys, not none of them in particular stand out though.
All right. Are there any books on a bookshelf that do?
You're looking around to see if there's any books, any sort of like reading anything, and it appears the only book in this whole inn is the one that the father was handed.
Hey, Father.
How can I help you?
Why did you close that book so quick?
I had finished reading it.
Anything stand out to you?
Yeah. It's pardon again my French, but it's a creepy ass town named after a creepy ass creek with general creepiness about it. I'm not the biggest fan. I like the daylight and I like to pray, and it's a lot harder to do when you're incredibly unsettled the whole time.
What is it about faith that they say there's no atheist in a foxhole?
Well, now that's true, and I think that we're in the kind of situation where we found ourselves in what feels a bit foxhole-ish.
We have.
But I suppose the real question is, the opposite of atheist is not a Catholic. It's not one that looks to God. It's somebody that believes in something. And well, in a foxhole, I guess you can really believe in anything that's going to get you out of that damn hole, right?
Absolutely, you can.
So the book was relatively unhelpful and had a blank back view pages.
You seem to be flipping through those pages awfully quick.
I'm a fast reader. I spend most of my time reading and praying. I don't really get to do much else.
That's fair. Father,
Yes.
in all your travels, have you seen anything as odd as this? What happened in the swamp?
Well, I find that between believers, non believers, once believers, true believers, and those that believe to hate, there's plenty of oddness and weirdness that goes around in our good world. And plenty of oddness and goodness that goes around under the watchful eye of the God I pray to. So it's probably up there as some of the weirdest shit I've seen, but it's not the only weird thing I've seen.
What was the one before?
Well, if I had to be honest with you, I've been studying and sitting in on exorcisms done here in America. And those are always unsettling. I'm never quite sure if we're doing the right thing, as it is quite an uncomfortable situation for everybody.
I've heard of a couple folks dying from those things.
Yep. Not at the ones I was at, but I've read all of the literature. Like I said, it's definitely up there and one of the things that maybe I haven't fully bought into that part of the faith yet.
That's fair. We all have our faults, Father.
Yeah. What about you, Dallas? Is this the weirdest thing you've ever seen?
Up there.
Up there
Yeah.
with?
When I was a child, the reason why they tell you to not go out at night in like the country where I lived down in Texas, you see, near somewhere between west and east, somewhere within the center of that. And somewhere between there, where swamp meets desert, odd things happen. When things sound like your mother or your father at night, you don't walk outside. Guess who did it?
I take it you've walked outside to go find your mother or father, Dallas?
I have.
How'd that bode for you?
I saw a deer on hind legs after about 20 seconds off in the oil field. My father dragged me back inside, told me to never go out there again. Not at night.
I take it you listened for the most part?
Oh, I listened. I still occasionally looked out my window. Never saw that deer again, but I never went outside again at night. Not when I heard my name called.
Yeah. I feel like that's something we should probably continue to observe, right?
Absolutely, we should.
Anyways, Dallas, thanks for snooping around with me. I really appreciate it.
No problem, Father.
I
Well, you
think,
look like you have a question.
frankly, I have a lot of questions, and I don't think that there's a single one that's going to be answered the way I want it to from anybody, because I don't think any of us really have the answers that I want, except maybe that thing that we saw out there. But I don't think it's going to give me the answers the way I want it to.
Give me a question. Just for fun.
What was that towering bone, rotten flesh deer that we got to peek upon?
Yeah, I kind of wish I knew what the fuck that was.
See? You know, I think that's one of the fun parts about being a priest. You get to answer all the questions, and 90% of the time, you don't even really know the answer. And I think knowing that makes it a lot harder to ask other people questions, though, on my end. Because I beg to answer the 90% of the time, no one else really knows what the fuck they're talking about, right?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't.
I feel like we're all just lying to make each other feel better.
Yeah.
Well, Dallas, I'm going to turn in for the night.
Go to bed. Go to bed, Father. I might be up for a little while longer.
All right. And Dallas, do you head off to bed? Do you stay up for a little bit doing something?
After about 2 hours of looking out that window, I'm going to head to bed.
After quite a long time of staring out into the swamp, as it stares back at you, you head off to bed. And I think,
dear mother.
and that dear mother. And I think that that is a good spot to call the end of our first session of Burnt Creek. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for both my players for being here and tolerating my horrors, and for the viewers who were hopefully just as scared at home. Thank you all so much for coming to check out Burnt
Unsettled.
Creek. I love it.
It was so good.
It's great.
It was so good.
I-
Scary.
So much
I'm gonna need to
fun
keep on
so
program, but
far.
that's so good.
It's great.
I'm just like, what is happening?
It's amazing. I have been your storyteller slash GM, Izzy. If you would like to find me, you can find me on Twitter at NEXODUS99. I will now go down the line and ask our players who they have been, who they have been playing, and where we can find them if we want to check out more of their stuff. Let's kick it off with Aman.
Hello, I am Aman, and you can. I've been playing Jahangir Chattopadhyay, um, Indian immigrant in the US, and you can find me everywhere at Aman AMAAN Aman HK. Uh, and you can probably listen to our podcast, the Infinite Tavern podcast, when you feel the need to listen to the stories of all the Desi and diaspora folks from India and beyond. Uh, yeah, and that's me.
Awesome. And next up, Adam.
Hello again. I'm Adam. You can, if you want to find and follow me on things, I'm at AdamCGG on Instagram, and then at Adam5GMs in on X. The GM is capitalized on that, so Adam5GMs. Otherwise, you can find me bringing absolutely none of this energy and only goofy, silly vibes. Over at 5 Gems in a Trench Coat. So we're at 5 Gems Official on X. That's like our biggest one if you want to follow us. And then at 5 Gems in a Trench Coat on everything else. Come listen to us. We have a couple of seasons going. I've done, I think, 2 or 3 of our miniseries. We just finished up a Strixhaven miniseries. It's a great time. If you want to hear me do other stuff, come visit. It's a good time. We love it. There's so many of us. We're all BIPOC. Almost.
Hell yeah. Love to see it. Next, Jellyfish.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jellyfish Lines. I have been a horrible little man named Dallas Ashdown. I love him. I bet a lot of people in this group hate him. And Thank you, Izzy. And you can find me everywhere online at jellyfishlines.card.co. Hit the contact button, and you will find literally everywhere I am online in terms of social media, including, I believe, an email to hire me. Please.
And last but certainly not least, Melissa.
I I'm Melissa. I played the good doctor, Dr. Wesley Merrill, tonight. I have loved him for weeks, and I'm so excited to like finally get to play him. And I'm discovering new things about him too that I didn't plan for. I'm like, oh, so you have those secrets you were keeping from me too. Interesting.
I
But
love him.
the I love him too. And you can find me on Twitter at Melissa C. C is spelled like the verb, not the letter. It's been a struggle my entire life. And then you can also find me on TikTok at Melissa C Books. Again, the C is spelled like the verb, not the letter, where I genuinely just talk about TTRPGs and occasionally my books because I write those. But also, again, if you are intrigued by me and you want to see me playing a D&D nerd slash barista who is able to turn himself invisible because magic or powers anyway. Again, I am Elias in Triangle Agency on Talking XP, and I believe we're coming back in September, so I'm really excited about that.
Thank you all so much for playing, and thank you to all our viewers for coming out. As stated, this is a mini series, so come on back next Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for episode 2 of Burnt Creek. Have a good night, everyone.
Pew 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 pew.